What's going on, everybody? Aaron here, and I've got a brand new, fresh video for you today. Before I get into my video, I just want to do a quick shout out to all my new subscribers. It feels kind of like I'm throwing a party and you guys all came over to my house. But nobody brought any beer. Today's video, I'm very excited about. I've had it on my list of things I want to talk about. I just wanted to share my battery-powered ceremony setup. In fact, I've got two options that I want to show you. What's cool about this is that you can kind of mix and match the different elements to whatever feels good for what you want to do. Everything that you're going to see here today is completely battery-powered, not completely wireless, because I think you should use some XLR cables for something, which I'm going to talk about a little bit later. A big decision that I made for 2021 that I don't know how you're gonna feel about it, but I'd love to hear it in the comments when we get to it. I think the #1 application for battery-powered ceremony is the outdoor wedding. Here in Minnesota, when we get to summertime, almost all of my ceremonies are outside because we've all been cooped up in the house for 6 months and we wanna be outside, enjoy the sun. Being completely battery-powered outside, I think has a major advantage. First of all, you can set up anywhere. So if you like to set up in the front, you can set up in the front. If you want to do the side or all the way in the back, you really have that freedom to move anywhere you want because you're not stuck to where the outlets are. The other advantage is sometimes the venues don't really provide power outside. I've been to several venues where they're like, you got a generator? And like, nope, I'm good to go. But they want to bring a generator out and fire that thing up. Do you take Vincent to be your lawfully? Is there any way we can turn that off? Also, sometimes the power that might be provided is way, way far back, or you gotta run a 150-foot extension cable all the way to where you are. Also, when I'm talking to prospective clients and they know ahead of time they're gonna be outside, one of my selling points is I can let them know, hey, I'm completely battery powered, which you'll have to explain that. And I can be anywhere. So wherever you want to get married, I can make it happen. No worries. All right, why don't we get into setup #1. Okay, so here we got my very first ceremony setup. I use this if I have a smaller ceremony or if I'm gonna be indoors for a smaller ceremony. This is my total go-to. We've got the S1 Pro. I've already done a review on that you can look on my channel. I review the S1 Pro, so I won't go too much into detail with this. But basically, it's a totally battery-powered speaker. You're gonna get 6 to 8 hours of battery life out of it. I've never, ever had a dropout with this thing when it came to Bluetooth. It's super reliable and it's fast. I'm not gonna demonstrate that because you'll see in my last video. Aaron Carter. As we move down, just got a tripod stand that the S1 is connected to, and then over here I've got an iPad Pro that's running DJ software. Here you go, it's right on the App Store, and it's got lots of great features. I pay for, so $50 for access to the Pro, which do that. Don't even mess with that. Just go ahead and pay for that. I have not had to buy that more than once. So $50 for this app, it is totally worth it. Let me take the iPad off so you can see the stand I'm using. This thing is pretty slick. I like this. Got this on Amazon. They've got a black version of these and a white version. And it's got different heads on it too. So if you got a smaller iPad, you can switch up for that. But it bends and it twists and moves, and it's got a really nice solid base. And then what I've got sitting on top of here is just a media stand. You kind of unscrew it like here. It attaches right to the tripod. And it's metal. It's solid. This is a solid piece. I don't know what the weight limit on this is. Don't sit on it. But this can definitely hold your iPad or laptop or whatever it is you're using. I'll add this side note. Have a 1/8-inch cable ready to go just in case your Bluetooth or whatever goes out on you. That way you can just plug it in, boom, right into the S1 in the back, and you don't have to worry about it. So what do I do for the microphone? I'm gonna show you that next. On the mic stand here, I'm just using a Sennheiser E835 microphone, and I also have an SM58, but I kind of liked the Sennheiser because it was an all black look and it goes nice with my mic stand, and that just fits right in there. Something that I added where, like when I first started, I was doing ceremonies and the officiants talking and I wasn't really able to pick up the bride or the groom, and so I added a gooseneck stand on top of the, I think it's cool because what happens is the officiant will be, doing their thing, and then when it's time for the bride to talk, you can just bend the mic over and it picks up the bride, and then she talks, and you come back over, da-da-da-da-da, and then you go over to the groom. And if you need to, this is a hydraulic mic stand, so you can make it a little bit taller for the groom. And then when you're done, you just lower it back and then just pull it back towards yourself. So for me, this sort of works best. I really like having this option. When I show it to officiants, they're like, oh, that's cool. And you know, if you're worried about like the creaky sounds when you bend it, it's not super loud though. It really isn't like a loud like, I sounded like Tim Allen just then. The mic stand is a Hercules mic stand, and like I said, I got a button right here in the bottom that I'll show you. You kind of squeeze it, boom, up and down. And this one can also turn into a boom mic. Let me get into that part I was mentioning earlier about maybe where we're gonna divert. And it has to do with the microphone. I've made a decision this year that if I'm gonna do outside wedding ceremonies, I am only going to do XLR. I'm not gonna do wireless outside. It's just a personal choice for me. Why? Because when I was doing weddings at the very beginning and I was just using the S1 Pro and I was just doing an XLR right to the officiant, I literally never had any problems ever. And then I started messing around with wireless because it's convenient. It's easier to just turn it on, plug it in. There's no cords or anything to wrap up afterwards. I love the convenience, honestly, I do. But ever since I started messing with it, I've just had issues. I've definitely had weddings that have gone totally smooth with wireless mic. It happens. You get there, you make sure you scan, you make sure that there are no other signals. But the reality is that it's just unpredictable. You're outside, there's nothing for the signal to bounce off of. I'm not a professional audio engineer. I just don't want the headache or the panic of worrying about what's gonna happen during the ceremony. Now it's time to talk about my second option for battery-powered ceremonies, and that's gonna spotlight the Maui 5 Go. Price point is higher. S1 Pro sits at $600. This one here is at $900. Second piece of the Maui 5 Go option is one, you could do the iPad. Okay, the iPad Pro can sync up Bluetooth to the Maui 5 Go, so you can use the iPad, or you can also use the Denon Prime Go. Hi, this is a battery-powered controller, smaller brother to the Denon Prime series. You've got the Denon Prime 4, you've got the 2, and then you've got the Go. And the thing about the Go is that this is battery-powered. You get 4 hours out of it. I've got it sitting on a laptop stand here just to give it a little bit of a height and an angle, because without that, the screen is not adjustable on it, not like the 4. And when it sits on the table, it's just pretty flat. Again, not gonna do a full in-depth view of the Go. I'll make a separate video going over that. I'm just showing you the different pieces that you can use. The other nice thing about the Go, I will say this on the back, is that you've got 2 microphone inputs here. So if you wanted to, if you need an extra push, you could run your microphone into the Go, and you've got gain knobs right here on the top that gives you extra push if you need it, and then that can go directly into the Maui, which I would use these. I would use the XSW Sennheisers to go from the Go into the Maui 5, and that will give you a wireless option as well. I saw another DJ on YouTube have one of these, and so I got it. It's little. I'll show you. I'm 5'8", and so this thing comes to about like right there. I don't know what the measurements is, 22, 24, 25, 6 inches. It's not very big, but there was a reason why I bought it. And I bought it because of how quickly and small it packs up. I'll demonstrate. Oh, don't get your thumb caught there. Look how small this thing is. All right, I wanted to throw in one extra bonus segment to this, and that's some extra pieces that you might want to have in your ceremony bag just in case. And the first piece that I have is the Yamaha MG06X mixing console. This is a 6-channel mixer that gives me some options just in case I have some musicians that want to add on. A couple of reasons why I picked this mixer was it was small, but the other reason was you get 2 combo jack connectors at the top for channel 1 and 2. But then the other thing is it's got XLR outs, which I really liked. I believe this mixer was about $130, and you can get the one without the effects on it for I think just $100. if you're gonna use the mixer or you are gonna hook up a wireless microphone, you still need power for that, right? I've got one of these. This is a power bank. This thing lasts forever though, by the way. If you're just drawing a wireless microphone or something small like that, man, I mean, days, weeks, this will last. The charge will last. So I've got this as a backup just in case, for some reason, if I forgot to charge my speakers or something goes down, this is in my bag and I can be completely battery powered. All right, that's all I have for us today. Go ahead, leave in the comment section what you do for your battery powered options or any questions you have about the gear. Thanks for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. If you like this and you like me, then you know what to do and just do that shit.